Hello and welcome to another Friday artwork video. So we're looking at M13, Magic 2013 in this episode. I don't know how many of these cards we're going to have necessarily anything pop from the background which we may have not noticed, but it's certainly a set with some very interesting, dare I say, iconic artwork. And I suppose to some degree, I don't know what it is about the core sets, but I often remember better some of the artwork from the core sets, and this is one of them. This is Odric, Master Tactician. So I tend to remember the artwork better than I do the name of the card, which anybody that'll know who've watched my episodes over the years, particularly the set musings and Commander Fodder ones. Odric is a character in Magic whose name is always on the tip of my tongue, but I tend to forget when I come to actually shoot the video. There's a couple of versions of him as a legend, actually. Move on to Serra Avatar. And again with this, I've got obviously any of the mythics I pulled, and then obviously cards at higher rarity generally in white, and then going through in Wooburg colours, roughly 2 of each, and then some of the lower rarity colours again. You'll notice in this particular video I'm biasing a bit more towards the colourless cards or the land. Sphinx of Usun. See if there's anything curious in Spell Twine. I can't tell again whether this is supposed to be a wall here, or whether this is actually some sort of figure. I think it might just be the brickwork, and again it's you know, my mind doing that thing of pattern matching and looking for faces or figures. Now when we get to black, something interesting here. So I've got the 2 different Vampire Nocturnus cards. So this one would have been the free card which you would have got if you'd redeemed that token for anybody that bought the Jewels of the Planeswalker of this period. You had to go to a game store and then give them your printed out sheet of paper with the code on it, and they would redeem it for one of these. I think I had to drive quite far to get this in pretty bad weather at the time, if my memory serves me correctly. So that was the PlayStation Network one, and then this was the regular one from the set. So 2 quite different pieces of artwork. And we got Chandra here, one of the Planeswalkers, another mythic. So the Vampire Nocturnus was also a mythic. Slumbering Dragon. Yeah, see, now I can see this a bit better under the light. So here's our 2 additional figures in addition to the quite obvious Slumbering Dragon. Oops. I was lucky enough to pull a Garrick, another mythic. I think my mythic count on this particular, the boosters I opened again, I think it was 1 fat pack and then the additional boosters from whatever intro decks I bought. But yeah, got another mythic, another Planeswalker there. And a Thragtusk. I remember this card being very popular at the time in decks. And then moving on to the dual lands, these are the ones that enter the battlefield tapped unless you control a specific type of land. So we've got Drowned Catacomb, Dragonskull Summit, and then Sunpetal Grove. And these were reprinted a few times in core sets. And then moving on to the lower rarities. Most of these I was just interested in the artwork more than anything. I don't think anything's particularly going to pop that I haven't already seen in this. So we've got Angelic Benediction, Crusader of Odric, mainly in here because of the connection to Odric, but I was also interested in the artwork. I'm looking at this on my camera screen, but I imagine this will look pretty nice when it's up to size if you're watching this on a large screen TV. Yeah, this was one I was interested in. I'd always paid more attention to the birds than anything, but of course quite clearly you can see there's a scattered person here. And again, because of the presence of certain legendaries, I thought it was only right to include the artwork for Talran's Invocation. This was one I'd not really paid a lot of attention to, and so when I was going through my deck box or card box, I thought it was an interesting one to pull out. This is Carrying Fear. So this is the one where creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. And you can see this is obviously the person that they are carrying in fear from. Or entity, or whatever, however you want to think of it. And as Vampire Nighthawk was in the set, I thought I'd include that. Pretty iconic artwork. And a couple of red cards at the lower rarities. I imagine this would look pretty cool in foil if it was able to capture all the sort of fire, sort of halos of fire around the objects. And then we've got Mark of Mutiny. This is a nice effect here. Another one which you imagine if this is foiled in a certain way could look pretty nice. I wanted to just take a look at Naturalize. Looks like we've got the Avacyn restored symbol here maybe. Yeah, looks like it. I don't really see anything else lurking in the background, but it is a piece of artwork I really like. And then again, as Rancor was in the set, I thought it was nice to take a look at that. So we can see it blown up. And I've got a slightly more artifacts here than I would normally look at, because I was just again really taken by the artwork generally. So here we've got Clock of Omens. This is really nice. Really shows up nicely on camera. Jayemdae Tome. Again, it's an older card. It's a reprint from what I remember. So I wanted to see what it looks like in this particular border. That's a big tome. It's almost tempting to have made it so it extends beyond the top of the card border. I actually just included Phyrexian Hulk because when I was going through my lower rarity artifacts I realised I'd included everything apart from it, so I just stuck it in there as well. Primal Clay. I'd mentioned this is a reprint of an older card. So I wanted to take a look at this particular artwork. And then we've got a few of the rings. I haven't got all of them. So we've got Ring of Evos Isle. But I do like the artwork for this particular cycle. Ring of Fune is very nice indeed. And then we've got something that you might expect to see on, say a Signet or that sort of card. And that's the Ring of Valkus. Again, you can see all of these if I just go back. Obviously the rings featuring there in some capacity. We've got Tormod's Crypt, again, just one I wanted to take a look at. Yeah, this looks nice on my screen, so I imagine this will look cool on the big screen, on a big TV. We had Evolving Wilds, so why not? Why not include that? I think wasn't this the one where the artwork remains unchanged in an awful lot of the reprints, whereas it's Terramorphic Expanse that more gets the special treatment, but I could have got that around the wrong way. And as we had Reliquary Tower in here, I thought I'd include the artwork for that. And there we have it, that's the last card. So once again, by the end of this video, I've got a huge smile on my face, which you can probably tell by the tone of my voice. I hope you have too. It's always fun doing these artwork videos, and I know a lot of people on the channel really enjoy them and probably is their favourite video. So thank you once again for watching. Bye for now, and have a wonderful weekend.